There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz.jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to jobs180.com's Marketing Me. We are live at Central Luzon State University. So today we will be joined by speakers from VXI Global and a representative from the Department of Labor and Employment to discuss about labor education. So before we start, may we invite everybody for a short prayer.
Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below.
All right, so welcome, guys. By the way, I'm Shari from Academic Linkages. Hope that everybody is excited to learn new things today. So I am today's host. As usual, please comment your name and your course and type in your questions later so we can answer them after the talk. So don't forget to share this with your friends too, especially if you're from CLSU. Okay, so before we start, may we invite Miss Bernadette Binayog, registered guidance counselor, faculty and guidance counselor of Central Luzon State University. Ayan. So to give us the opening remarks, Miss Bernadette, please join our stream. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi,
Kumusta
ma'am.
po?
So, I'll leave the floor to you, ma'am. Please, send your warmest message po for our audience listening to us.
Okay. Hello, my dear students. In behalf of the President of the CLSU and our Vice President for Academic Affairs, and in behalf of also of our Dean of Students, Dr. Irene Bustos, good afternoon. And this pre-employment webinar ay talagang kailangan na kailangan natin, and salamat sa mga tao na tumulong sa atin para materialize ito. And line ko, stay tuned kayo sa mga gagawin natin sa hapon na ito dahil marami tayong matututunan. Especially in the new normal right now. Napakahirap na maghanap ng trabaho. Sa totoo lang. Pero salamat sa Jobs 180, salamat sa Office of Student Affairs sa pagtutulungan ng mga grupong ito para sa ganun ay magkaroon tayo ng ganitong webinar. So, stay tuned hanggang sa matapos itong mga gagawin natin, mga makinig kayo, and I'm sure marami kayong matututunan. Enjoy, guys. Good afternoon.
Thank you for that, Miss Bernadette. All right. So, excited na po kami, ma'am, to start our activities this afternoon. All right. So, thank you, ma'am. Have a great day po.
Sure.
All right. So, to people who are watching us, if you have not done yet, please put in your name and course in our comment section, and later ilagay natin yung questions natin dyan para masagot ng ating speakers. All right. So, this project is launched to help people learn about job hunting, applications, and career. So, students and job seekers, if you're ready, here are our topics for this afternoon. We will be discussing online applications, interview tips, labor education for graduating students, and last topic is gender equality at work. So if you're excited like I am, I will be introducing our first speaker from jobs180.com, our very own Mr. Kim Chua, our managing director. He has 20 years of experience in sales, marketing, business development, customer service, operations, business process, and human resources. He is a trusted resource speaker, and he has done 1,000+ career development seminars in more than 400 colleges and universities nationwide. So, Sir Kim, the floor is yours. Get your presentation ready, and the students will listen to you. Thank you, sir.
It's nice to be able to share this opportunity with all of you, especially those who are about to graduate. For those who are already working, then I think this is just a supplement, no, to what you already know and what you currently have. Pero sa mga naghahanap pa ng trabaho or maghahanap pa lang ng trabaho, ito yung mga checklist natin. This is our topic for this morning, for this day. After graduation checklist. What do you need before you start looking for a job? So, let me share with you the outline. So, meron tayong apat na outline. Ito yung guideline natin today. I'll talk about the basic needs, supporting documents, legal documents, and the good to have. Yung mga tinatawag natin mga cherry on top or parang icing on the cake kung tawagin. No? Ito yung mga pampaganda. So, without delaying na, let me go straight to the quick question. Self-reflection muna tayo. Okay? Self-reflection muna. Are you using the right tool? Right now, there are so many platforms, so many online tools that are being offered. You see there left and right. And are you using the right tool? And for you to know kung ito yung right tool para sa inyo, ito yung mga questions ko. Sagutin na lang ninyo. Okay? First, is the tool you're using going to make you stand out? Sa dami-dami na nag-apply ngayon, sigurado ako gusto nyo mag-stand out at kayo ang mapansin kagad ng mga kumpanya. Okay? And this tool can answer that. Another reflection question dito ay, yung mga tool ba na ginagamit nyo, are you keeping them in separate files? Example, meron kang academic file, meron kang records, meron kang medical records nakahiwalay, meron ka pang mga example, mga portfolio mo nakahiwalay. If that is what you're doing right now, if that is what you're experiencing, I recommend you use this tool because this tool allows you to store everything na in one file. So it's easier for you to apply. Okay? Another question that you want to answer is, mabilis ba yung proseso? Pag ginamit mo yung tool na ginagamit nyo, will that make the process efficient? Now, definitely, using the tool I will show you, this will make the hiring process more efficient. Not only on the employer side, but also on the applicant side. Okay? Siyempre, di ba, isa rin ito sa mga mainit-init na issue. Magastos ba tong tool na to? For sure, wala itong bayad. This is for free. Definitely, you spend your money and resources to something else. Definitely, itong tool na to, walang bayad. At higit sa lahat, itong tool na ito ay secured. Because I'm sure all of you are listening right now, you want your information to be secured. Okay? And so, ano ba itong tool na to? Let me start with the first item on the outline, the basic needs. So, you have to start by preparing your information. And when you start to do that, you start with the right tool. And this is called the resume link. Resume link is dubbed as the most secured resume because, explain ko sa inyo, it is a personalized URL that anyone can open online anytime, provided that that person knows your exact link. So I'll give you an example para makarelate kayo. If your name is, say, for example, John Santos, ang resume link mo pwede maging johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. Yan na po ang inyong resume link. So you're now thinking, paano ko gagawa nito? Okay? Let me show you some quick steps. The first step is that you have to register. This is absolutely for free. Wala itong bayad. Libre po ito. Okay? So how do you register? How do you make one? You go to the website of jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com, and that is where you click on register on the upper right side of your screen. Okay? As you do that, you have to put the basic information. Okay? And then before we go to the other details, let me remind you that when you start to create your resume link, you begin by using your unique name. Gamitin mo lang ang pangalan mo. Example, ikaw si John Santos. Ang resume link mo pwede maging johnsantos.jobs180.com. Okay? Or pwede mo rin baliktarin. Kung sakali lang may ibang tao naunahan ka, pwede mo baliktarin. Gawin mo siya santosjohn.jobs180.com. O kaya Santos J. O kaya J Santos. O kaya SJ. Diba? Depende kung ano gusto mo gamitin. Basta lang, paalala ko lang sa inyo, sa mga nakikinig, huwag kayong OA. Okay? Do not do something like this na nakalagay dyan. El Diablo. O kaya Boss Pogi. Okay? Kahit na pogi ka. O kaya, halimbawa nakalagay, I am sexy and hot. Because it doesn't sound professional. Imagine applying to a company and then the HR will ask you, sir, do you have your resume? Meron po. Ang resume ko po ay John Santos 123456780.jobs180.com. Diba? Baka magulat pa yan. Bakit ganun kahaba yung inyong mga pinaglalagay na numbers? Okay? So I recommend whatever your name is, it will sound professional. Okay? So just use your name. Now, as you register, you have to use a valid email. Ano yung mga valid email? Ito yung mga email na bubuksan natin, kagaya ng mga Yahoo, Gmail, Outlook, or any email na bubuksan natin. Okay? Do not use emails kagaya ng, example lang Jeffrey@facebook.com na email. Do not use Lindsay@facebook.com na email to register. In short, do not use @facebook.com na email to register. Because if you use @facebook.com na email to register, you will no longer be able to receive notifications being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Use something that you can open, something like Yahoo, Gmail, or any other email na nabubuksan nyo. Bakit mo kailangan buksan yung email na yan? Because for you to finish the first step, you have to verify your account. Okay? Ibig sabihin, ikaw nag-register nito, yan ang proof na ikaw ang gumawa ng account mo. You have to open your email, look for the verification link, make sure you have to verify, because if you're not able to verify, hindi kayo makaproceed sa pag-apply sa mga companies. Okay? So you have to verify your account. And you're done with the first step. Ayos? Easy, di ba? That's the first step. Now let's go to the second step. The second step, as part of the basic need, is that you have to complete the information. Definitely, this is the most logical part of it. You have to complete all the details. Sino sa inyo magsasubmit ng resume sa mga kumpanya, kulang-kulang detalye? 'Di ba? Kung meron man, sinasayang mo lang oras mo tsaka oras ng HR. So wag mo na gawin 'yan. Okay, dapat kumpletuhin mo lahat ng details when you submit to that company. Now, how do you do that? Balik ulit dito sa website natin, no? www.jobs180.com, and this time you don't have to register again kasi may account ka na. Ang gagawin mo mag-log in. Okay? Now, as you click on login, you have to put your login ID and password. Kayo lang may alam. Kayo lang may alam 'yan. And then once you're inside your account, you start to put all the information na that is being asked for. Now, hindi to sa portion na to, hindi ko na to iisa-isahin. Because definitely, you know what to put in here. Pag nakita mo naman email, eh, obvious naman email nyo. Pag nakita mo address, eh malamang address mo. Diba? Hindi yung address ng pinsan mo or ng kamag-anak mo. Diba? So you put there all the information about you. Now, what I want to highlight here are some of the items na madalas nami-miss out natin. Okay? Ano yung mga yan? Una sa lahat, put all the possible means na pwede kang makontak ng isang HR. Kagaya ng mga social media account. O, yan, paisip kayo. Diba? Bakit? Because oftentimes, when we try to contact you, madalas hindi kayo ma-reach. Sometimes busy. Sometimes hindi mo sinasagot yung tawag. Lalo na pag hindi mo kilala yung tumatawag. Diba? Kala mo may mga scam. Tumatawag sa inyo. Uy, sino kaya to? Ayaw mo sagutin. So, ano ginagawa ng HR? We oftentimes, email you. But madalas kasi pag nag-email kami, hindi nyo madalas na-open eh. Mas na-open nyo kagad kapag kayo ay pina-private message. So I recommend you put your social media here, mga social media account nyo, para makapag-PM tayo. Diba? Mas mabilis mag-private message. Are you available Thursday, 10 a.m., so on and so forth? Mas makaproceed tayo kagad doon sa next step natin sa pag-a-apply. Okay? Another thing that I want to highlight here is itong portion on the screen that you're seeing, work options. Okay? In the system, you have four options to choose from. Pwede ka mag-yes or no sa dyan. Parang switch lang yan. Yes, no, switch. Are you willing to work night shift? Are you willing to relocate? Are you looking for OJT? Maybe some of you are looking for OJTs right now who are listening. And if you're willing to work overseas, later on, pag pwede na tayo mag-travel, no? Baka willing kayo mag-work overseas. So, ang gagawin niya parang yes or no lang yan. Ang gagawin ng system, try niya kayo i-match sa mga possible companies na naghahanap ng kapareho ng profile nyo. O, di ba? Mas mabilis na yung buhay. Hindi ka na kailangan mag-door to door para lang mag-submit ng inyong mga information sa mga companies. Okay? Now, the rest, you can look at it. You can put your objectives. You can also, of course, put your work experiences there. Kung meron kayong work experience, ilagay ninyo. Kung wala, kung meron kayong mga summer job, part-time job, or yung mga weekend racket-racket, you can also consider that as a work experience. Pero kung wala talaga, then just better tell the truth lang dito, no? Pagdating sa paggawa ng information nyo. When it comes to the education portion, you don't limit your school only with your current school. If you have other schools other than your current school, whether before or later on, you have additional schools, you can also put it here. Wala tong limit sa space. Pagdating po sa seminars attended, ganun din yan. Kahit mahaba pa yung seminars attended nyo, kahit kopyahan pa kayo, okay lang. Just make sure na alam nyo yung inattendan yung seminar. Baka kayo ay ma-question or matanong during the interview. When it comes to the certification portion, ganun din. Same thing. There's no limit in terms of the space. If you have your certification program, you can also put it here. Okay? When it comes to the achievement, dyan madalas na mga problema yung mga estudyante, yung mga aplikante na nakikinig. Sasabihin nila, ako sir, wala akong achievement. Alam mo, hindi ako naniniwala. Bawat tao nakikinig ngayon sa inyo, yan, lahat na nakikinig, sure ako, meron kayong naging achievement at one point in your life. Sure ako dyan. Huwag mong ilimit ang achievement mo sa loob lang ng school. Hindi lahat ng achievement ay nakabase lang sa academic excellence. Diba? O yan, nag-agree marami sa inyo. Diba? Some of you, hindi kayo hindi kayo talaga dean's lister, hindi kayo yung mga tipong honor student. Pero some of you are very active sa school. Some of you are student leaders. Diba? Member kayo ng mga association, organization that you think is an achievement, you put it here. Sometimes naman, hindi kayo mga active sa school, pero sa labas ng school, bibong-bibo naman kayo. Maybe some of you very active sa barangay mo, isa kang kagawad. O diba? Ilagay mo dyan. Because whatever you think is an achievement, you put it here. Remember, ano ginagawa mo ngayon? You're now trying to market yourself more effectively to the company that you're applying to. Okay? So this time around, better, gather all yung mga experiences na yan, ilagay mo dyan. Okay? Even yung mga achievements. When it comes to the skills and languages, let me highlight on this one. Sa skills, wag mong ilimit yung skills dyan lang sa course mo. Hindi porkat ikaw ay engineering course, ang alam mo lang na skills ay pang-engineering. Hindi porkat ang course mo ay nasa business, ang alam mo lang skills pang business. Hindi porkat nasa IT ka, ang alam mo lang ay IT. Some of you, kahit na kayo engineering, maybe, mahilig kayo sa arts and crafts. Maybe mahilig kayo sa music. Maybe you know graphic design. Diba? Marami kayo alam. Photography, videography. Lahat ng yan, skills nyo yan. So, you put it here. Okay? Because what you're doing, again, is that you're trying to market yourself more effectively to the prospective employer. Okay? Pagdating sa languages, I'm sure alam nyo dalawang language. Walang bababa ng dalawang language. Sure ako dyan. Ano tong dalawang to? You know English and you know Filipino. Or to be specific, Tagalog. Diba? Some of you knows local dialect. Sa Bacano, Bisaya, Ilonggo, Kapampangan, pwede mo ilagay dyan. Walang limit sa space yan. Kahit foreign languages pa, Chinese, Vietnamese, French, Korean, lagay mo dyan. Okay? Walang limit sa space yan. Okay? When it comes to references, I'm sure yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. At yan naman nilalagay nyo dyan sa references. Ang tanong dito, kayo ba kilala nila? Sana, di ba? Sana all, kilala kayo. Kasi madalas, pag tinatawagan namin yung mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. Yung pinaka-worst dyan, talagang hindi kayo kilala. So please tell them na gano'n silang reference para at least pag tinawagan sila to check about you, then they know what to tell, di ba? About you. Okay? So yan yung part ng mga basic needs. Okay? Alam ko, some of you are now reacting, Sir, alam ko na yan eh. Meron na ako niyan. Meron na ako sa Word file ko or sa PDF file ko. Then good. What you need to do na lang is transfer all your information na nagawa mo sa Word file mo, ilipat mo dito sa loob ng resume link para maging secured yung data mo. Okay? Kung bakit maging secured, I'll tell you later on. Okay? In the meantime, tapos na tayo sa basic needs. Okay? Let's now proceed to, babalikan natin tong portion ha, babalikan natin tong page na to. Babalik tayo dyan. Skip muna tayo. Let's go to the next item. Let's look at supporting documents. Okay? Ano yung mga supporting documents? Ito yung mga information na nagpapatunay sa mga skills na kiniklaim nyo. Example lang, you're saying na ikaw ay graduate na. Ano yung ebidensya na graduate na? Meron kang transcript, di ba? Meron kang diploma. Okay? O hindi lang may toga. Yung toga, hindi ebidensya yan. Okay? Yung grad pick, hindi yan ebidensya. Okay? Ito yung mga academic records. Yan ang proof na ikaw ay graduate na. Example, you're saying na wala kang criminal record. Di ba? Ano yung mga example na walang criminal record? Meron kang NBA clearance. Di ba? Meron kang mga barangay clearance. Example yan. Di ba? So, yan yung mga supporting documents na pwede mo ilagay. If you are a licensed professional, you also put your mga documents here. Now, how do you now put them inside your resume or in your resume link? Let me now go share with you first yung mga other documents na kailangan natin, kagaya ng legal documents. Na-mention ko kanina yung NBA clearance. Diba? Hindi lang yan na ebidensya eh. Sometimes you want to work abroad. So ano ebidensya na pwede ka pumunta sa ibang bansa? Diba? Meron kang visa, meron kang passport. Diba? Paano ka magpapatunay na marunong ka mag-drive? Diba? Meron kang lisensya, driver's license. See? So, get yun naman sinasabi ko. Diba? Hindi ko na ito kailangan i-elaborate. Diba? So, these are the items that you need also to prepare before you start to look for a job. Okay? Lalo na later on, baka iba pwede to follow. Some companies, okay lang, no, to follow. Pero, better that you have all these ready na. Diba? Anong ebidensya na ikaw ay fit? Meron kang medical clearance. Diba? So, lahat ng yan, ready ka na. You now attach it here inside your portfolio section. O yan yung sinasabi ko, babalikan natin. Balikan natin yung dashboard nyo. When you go back to your account, diba, when you log in, you start to put the information in. And this time, look at what I'm showing you. Dito sa portion na to, dun sa my portfolio section, dito mo ilalagay ngayon yung mga sinasabi kong proof of your skills. Okay, so if you have your documents, yung mga other license mo, transcript mo, anything, you attach it here para hindi na kailangan maraming files, hiwa-hiwalay pa. Diba, mag-email ka, separate files. No need. You just put everything here inside your resume link. And later on, I'll share with you kung paano mo isi-send na isahan lang. Okay? So, bibitinin muna kayo. Let's go to the next one. Okay? So, after you do all these things, some of you are wondering, Sir, pagka ganito yung mga ginawa ko, paano pa ako magsa-stand out? Kung lahat naman kami nag-a-apply, magkakaklase kami, same lahat ng course namin, same lahat ng school namin, same din yung mga teachers namin, pati curriculum namin. So how will I stand out? Very good question. Kaya nga tayo merong good to have portion. The good to have portion here is where you now start to put all the other information na sure akong maiiba ka sa ibang mga kaklase mo or even kabarkada mo. Ano yan? Simulan ko na sa picture. Okay? Malamang hindi mo kukunin picture ng classmate mo at ilalagay mo sa'yo. Diba? So, ano gagawin mo? You put your profile picture. When it comes to the profile picture, hindi ka lang sobrang formal na formal. You don't have to go to the studio para gumastos. What you need to do lang is just make sure you look at the camera with a clean background, okay? And that's good to go. Huwag kang maglalagay ng mga profile picture na ganito itsura, kagaya ng mga nasa right side ng screen nyo, it doesn't look professional. Yung mga selfie dyan, mga look upside view, mga groupie na ginugupit nyo or kinakrop nyo, hindi yan maganda tignan. Okay? Another thing that will be very unique to you is your cover photo. Ito yung kasabihan na a picture paints 1,000 words. And that's very true pagdating dito sa cover photo. Because hindi lahat ng tao nakikinig ngayon ay gifted with writing skills. Correct? Not all of you are listening here right now are good with expressing your thoughts and feelings into words. Yung iba sa atin hirap na hirap eh. Hindi mo may sulat, hindi mo may type. Pero pagdating sa picture, ang galing. Pag nakita mo yung picture, alam mo kaagad ano ang gusto niyang sabihin, anong mensahe niya, anong course niya, anong trabaho niya, or anong gusto niyang gawin. Look at the examples I'm showing you. Look at the one on the left. Ano siya? Isa siyang ophthalmologist, or some would say optometrist. Or in short, eye expert. Diba? Yung sa kanan ng screen, ano siya? Sabi ni iba, ay mateki yan. Ay maraming gadget. Or siguro multitasker. O, diba? Depende. Okay? So another example, para mas ma-appreciate yung sinasabi ko. Some of you are nasa guidance counseling, some of you nasa psychology, or maybe neurologist. Diba? Depende yan. Okay? How you want to express yourself. Diba? Your personality mo. Okay? Another example. Ito pang isa. Maganda example to. This person would like to send a message that there is no shortcut to success. You can reach your goal by taking one step at a time. Yan ang gusto niya sabihin dyan. Hindi po siya membro na Akat Bahigang. Hindi rin po siya social climber. Okay? Just in case that's what you're thinking. Okay? So yan yung mga samples na magagandang pinakita ko. At least it gives you inspiration on what to do as some guidelines. Okay? Ito yung mga okay. Okay? Guidelines to do something na okay. Yung mga next kong papakita ito, huwag niyong gagayahin. Okay? Kung meron tayong mga good to have, ito yung mga not good. Okay? Huwag kayong magpapaka-misteryoso. Kaya ilagay mo yung picture mo dyan, lalaki, babae, in between, okay lang. Because a lot of times, nami-mistaken yung pangalan natin for someone else. Like ako, guilty ako dyan. My name is Kim. A lot of people think babae ako. Diba? Oh, minsan nakita ko sa mga resume, nakalagay, George, Joey, Alex, Chris, Sam. Diba? Isipin ko, lalaki. Yung pala, biglang babae yung aplikante. Diba? So, you better, put your picture there. Para at least alam ng HR who to expect. Okay? Now, another thing that I do not recommend you do is you leave this blank. Because when you leave this blank, it's like submitting your resume, yung traditional paper mo, it's like submitting a short bond paper to a company na walang laman, pangalan lang nakalagay. So obviously, hindi ka papansinin ng HR when you do this. Okay? So pinapaalala ko lang you better dress it up. Okay? Make it catchy. Oh, by the way, speaking of catchy, wag naman kayong OA. Okay, do not do something like this. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. I think this is not a good example because ang dating niya parang tamad, happy-go-lucky, chill-chill lang, di ba? Parang ganun yung dating no? Parang, sige lang, chillax lang. Ganyan. Di ba? Hindi siya, hindi ko ma-recommend. So, I showed you the good examples and the not so good examples so that you'll be guided. Okay, kayo nang bahala on how you will be able to express yourself through your cover photo. Okay? Now, let me show a very good example. Itong si ophthalmologist or si optometrist or tawag natin eye expert. Itong si eye expert na to, kumpleto lahat ng detalye niya. This is what I recommend you to do. You put everything here. Diba? Yung mga basic needs, ilagay mo. Yung mga supporting documents mo, ilagay mo dyan. Yung mga legal documents mo, ilagay mo rin dyan. Everything there. Why? It makes the process more efficient. Diba? When you submit this to the company, to that respective employer, ano gagawin niya? Titignan niya ngayon at lahat ng mga possible na gusto niya tanongin, nakita na niya yung sagot. Diba? Ano next step? Malamang, tatawagan ka na lang niya para ma-schedule na for the interview. Yan ang gusto natin mangyari. Hindi tatawagan ka para hingiin ka pa ng mga dokumento. Pabalik-balik, tumatagal lang. Diba? Oh, now you're thinking na, uy sir, kung lahat ng yan, nilagay ko, lahat kami magkakaklase, nilagay rin namin. Diba? Maliban sa picture namin saka sa cover photo na naiiba. But everything else, we have the same document, we have the same NBA clearance, we have the same passport, we have the same transcript of records. Pare-pareho Lahat naman kami, pumasa naman kami sa school. How will I stand out? Very good question ulit. This is what you do. And I'm sure ito, wala talagang maiiba. This one will really make you stand out. Okay, ano gagawin mo? You get your smartphones. Okay, kung walang smartphone, mahiram sa kaibigan. Mag-record ka ng selfie video. Pretend that you're answering basic questions during the interview. Questions like, ano yung mga gasgas na tanong? Tell me something about yourself. Ano pa ba yung mga gasgas na tanong dyan? Why should we hire you? O, di ba? Ayan, mga ganung tanong. Just pretend that you're in an interview, that the HR is asking you, what do? You answer that in front of a camera. I-record mo. Pag hindi mo gusto, i-delete mo. Di ba? Pag type mo na, i-save mo. Upload mo sa YouTube, sa Vimeo. Maraming mga video converter na libre online. Just search for it. Okay? And when you're done, you upload that link in your portfolio section. Ayos? Hindi kailangan mahaba. I did not say it's a telenovela. No, you just keep it short, like 30 minutes, 30 seconds or 1 minute. Okay, keep it less than 1 minute. Okay na yun. You don't have to say it in straight English, but I recommend that if you are comfortable naman using English as a mode of communication, then try to practice English because most of the companies will be checking on your communication skills. I didn't say all. I'm saying most of them. I also did my HR role before. So sinasabi ko sa inyo yung mga bookingan portion. Yan ang dahilan ba't kayo tinatawagan ng mga kumpanya. Diba? Ba't pa kita tawagan para tsikahan kayo? Hindi. Tinatawagan kayo kasi gusto nila makita kung yung mga nakasulat ba sa inyong information, sa inyong resume link, diba? And they wanted to check on your communication skills. They want to evaluate. Diba? At least, ay, pwede ba to or hindi? So ganito, hindi na pabalik-balik. They watch the video, they see, ay, mukhang okay to. Ano next step? They call you for the next step na. Yun na yung mangyari. Either invite you to the office or proceed na to the job offer. Ayos, di ba? Yan. So you're now thinking, sa mga nakikinig ngayon sa mga audience, Sir, sabi ninyo, lahat na information ilagay namin dito. Basic needs, legal documents, supporting documents, everything is there. Baka naman yung information ko kumalat na sa buong mundo. Baka naman yung aking mga details nalantad na sa buong internet pag ginawa ko yung resume link. The answer is no. Absolutely no. Kaya nga sinabi itong pinaka-secured na resume platform. Bakit? Kasi kayo ang may control ng privacy settings nyo. You have the ultimate control over your privacy settings. Let me show you how. When you log in your dashboard, just like what I'm showing on the screen right now, you have the settings. No? Go to the settings and choose privacy settings. Now, when you do that, you have different options there to show in public. So, depende yan kung ano gusto mo pakita sa public. Halimbawa lang, ayaw mo pakita ang birthday mo. What do? You turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita yung address mo. What do? Turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita yung mga references mo. Turn it off. Lahat na naka-off, hindi lalabas sa public. Ayos ba? At kayo lang may control niyan. Higit sa lahat, real-time update pa to. Meaning, if today you decide not to show your birthday, not to show your address, and not to show your references, and say tomorrow you decided to show your birthday, you turn it on, lahat ng binigyan mo ng resume link, updated sila real-time. They'll be able to see the changes that you're doing in your public view. So yung privacy settings nyo, you control it. Okay? Ayos? Okay, so let's now go to, ito na, yung mga other good to have things pa natin. Okay, ano yung mga good to have things natin? Ito po ay yung mga pananamit natin. So it's good to have some extra clothing, no? Yung mga professional clothing natin. Hindi naman kailangan sobrang nakabarong kayo or naka-Amerikana. Okay, you also listen to some of our speakers. They will tell you more about this mga dress code or what to wear, especially in the virtual setting right now. You also prepare other documents for your portfolio. If you have writing samples, you have yung mga other, sabi ko, other crafts, mga arts, or other things that you are into, lagay mo dyan, plantito, plantita, everything. These are all about you. Okay? At syempre, sa panahon ngayon, since nasa bahay lang tayo, madalas, what I recommend is you take short courses. There's a lot of things to learn online. Whether meron kayong certificate or wala, it's okay. Ang importante is you are learning. Diba? You are learning. So all these things, you can add to your portfolio. Okay? So, nagawa mo na lahat yan. Kompleto na. Lahat ng details mo. Nandyan na lahat sa loob ng resume link. Paano mo to gagamitin? This is now the last step. So, it brings me now to share to you how do you submit your resume link to those companies. So, I have different options to share. Ito lahat na options at practical application yan. The first option is you go to the website of jobs180.com. So go to www.jobs180.com and this time, check mo yung mga companies na nandyan. Okay? You type it in the search field kung meron kang mga companies na gusto hanapin. Kung lumabas, meron. Pag hindi lumabas, edi wala. Okay? Now, if you see them, ang recommend ko, you submit your resume link to those companies that you want to be part of even if hindi ka pa qualified. Uulitin ko yung sinabi ko I recommend you submit your resume link to the companies that you wanted to be part of kahit na hindi ka pa qualified. Bakit? Ito yung magandang use ng resume link. Imagine, today, may nakita kang kumpanya, requirement niya ay 2 years experience. Kakagraduate mo pa lang Wala ka experience. So ano gagawin mo? Hindi ka mag-a-apply? Hindi. Ang recommend ko, apply ka pa rin. Why? Because 2 years from now, as you progress in your career, nag-work ka sa ibang kumpanya, later on, nagtatrabaho ka na, nagkaroon ka ng development sa career mo, yung mga experiences mo 2 years later, magkakaroon na ng 2 years experience. Diba? At lahat na binigyan mo ng resume link today, ma-update sila ng mga profile mo. So you never know, 2 years from now, that company you applied today could contact you na. At sasabihin nila, you're already qualified for the requirement. Ayos? Ayos. Okay? Another to submitting your resume link is through email. Kanina, marami sa inyo nagsasubmit ng mga resume sa email. And I'm sure this is how you normally do it. Maglalagay kayo magka-compose kayo, sasabihin nyo, Dear HR Manager, I'd like to apply in the position of, example, accounting assistant, and this is my resume. What do? You attach your Word file or PDF file. Tama? That's how you do it. I do not recommend that you do that, yung attachment. You don't have to attach anything. Ano gagawin mo? Write the same email pa rin. Dear HR Manager, example lang, my name is Kim, I'd like to apply in your company, and this is my resume. You just type it there, yung resume link mo. In my case, kimchua.jobs180.com. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you. Send. Tapos na. Wala nang attachment. Diba? Bakit? Very practical. Imagine, nag-submit ka ng resume today. Nagpalit ka ng phone number bukas. Ano gagawin mo? Email mo na naman yung HR. Dear HR Manager, this is my updated resume. Diba? Paano kung 3 weeks from now, nagpalit ka ng address? Email ka na naman sa HR. Dear HR Manager, my name is Kim and this is my updated, most recent resume. O diba? So every time, send ka ng send. Hindi ba nakakapagod yan sa part mo? Hindi sa part mo. Pati sa part ng HR, nakakapagod yan to keep track alin dyan yung pinaka-updated na information. Whereas, if you use your resume link, ang bilis. Lahat ng information in-update mo sa loob na account mo, pagka-enter mo yan, pagka-save mo na account mo, real-time update na yan, real-time. Lahat ng binigyan mo ng resume link, automatic yan. Updated na sila kaagad. You don't have to inform them na nag-update ka ng information mo from time to time. Ayos? Ayos. Another thing why I recommend that you use the resume link to apply is that it's more secured. In the sense that if you want to print your resume link, by the way, some of you are thinking, sir, pwede ba mag-print ng resume link? Yes, pwede naman. Hindi kami galit sa papel. You can go to your dashboard and print your resume link. The system will try to compress everything into one page. Hanggat maaari, itatry niya i-compress para maginhawa sa bulsa kung kayo ay gagastos din naman sa print ng resume nyo. Okay? Yeah, this is how you do it. So just go and choose lang sa dashboard nyo, print, and then mamili ka kung 1 column or 2 column version. Now, kanina sinabi ko, bakit magiging secured ang paggamit mo ng resume link? Kasi, this time, huwag ka na mag-print ng malalaking papel. Huwag ka na gumastos ng mga long bond or short bond paper. Ang recommend ko, when you print your resume link, put them on a small piece of paper.
Oh yeah, man. Street dances all over the world. Yeah, yeah. You know what you gotta do. Word. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, come on. Oh yeah. The turntable spins using new ability, agility that wins. And then your crew got burned. To be the master of the craft, you gotta practice to learn, kid. The street dancer breaks with 1990s and the 80s paved the way for the days. B-boys Emulating the grace like 43's crazy legs, dynamic breakers with shake. Let's dance to the beat of the drummer that's funky. Way before the beat, this was punkin' on French Monkey. Hip hop, new crews is Foxy Enchilada. In the boxy DJing was Africa Bambaataa. Brought back to the Bronx, Kool Herc the innovator. Lead chain sound systems toasting in Jamaica. Got boasting, the host with the most of money maker. Now I'm moving bricks, but I started out as a breaker.
Dance, make it move, keep it poppin', keep it lockin' now. Hands first position when you groove, DJ spin it round. Dance, it's your time, time to shine. All the eyes on you, take hands all over the world.
Yo, the turntable spins, brothers cautious, listening to Bob James Nautilus, and of course James Brown, funky drummer the sound. In the summer, before you saw the hustler in the Hummer. Yeah, and a few years later, Melly Mel changed up his gear and switched the game up. The gangs of New York ceased banging for beat. Once the whole five girls break dancing up in the street. Yeah, the turntable spins, the DJ and MC coincide like twins. The crowd grins cause they know what they came to hear. It's important what you wear, uniform in the fresh gear. Hip hop was visible and heard by many. A backdrop or a mural in the park with graffiti. Dancers, rappers, original, not phony men. Windbreaker jackets, knee pads on linoleum.
Dance, make it move, keep it poppin', keep it lockin' now. Hands first position when you groove, DJ spin it round. Dance, it's your time, time to shine. All the eyes on you, take dance all over the world.
Hey, yo, you catch a wreck on the floor. Hey, yo, you catch a wreck on the floor. Hey, yo, you catch a wreck on the floor. Hey, yo, you catch a wreck on the floor. Hey, yo, you catch a wreck on the floor. Hey, yo, you catch a wreck on the floor. Hey, yo, you catch a wreck on the floor. Hey, yo, you catch a wreck on the floor.
Make it move, keep it poppin', keep it lockin' now. Hands first position when you groove, DJ spin it round. Dance, it's your time, time to shine. All the eyes on you, take dance all over the world.
Alright, so sorry for that, guys. We just run into a technical issue. We will be replaying the last part of Sir Kim's talk in a bit. Sorry, so if Miss Jazz is here, ayan, so we will try to proceed to our second topic and then we just go back to Sir Kim's topic earlier. All right. So to introduce our second speaker, she is Miss Jess Giramay. She is currently working as a talent acquisition officer at VXI Munoz. And while everyone's goal is finishing a degree first, followed by getting a job, and then finally building a family, her story is far different. She first landed a job when she was 18. She has actually been working in the BPO industry for more than 10 years under talent acquisition sourcing. And in 2018, while working, she gave birth to an adorable baby boy. So in 2019, she decided to finish her college degree and thankfully graduated at Ireland University with the course of AB Psychology. So while working and being a mom to her son, in summing up her experiences, she says that it was never easy, but I know that God's timing is always perfect. Hi, Miss Jazz. Ma'am,
I'm
thank
sorry.
you for accommodating. We lost Sir Kim a
Of
bit there
course.
earlier, so we'll be going back to his presentation. But ma'am, the
True.
floor is yours. Can we test sharing your screen po?
Thank you, Shari.
So Miss Jazz here will be discussing interview tips. Yan. So for our students who are listening, please listen closely. Sige ma'am, try sharing your screen na po.
Okay,
And
I
if you have questions, ayan, so lagay nyo lang sa comment box natin para mabasa natin kay Miss Jazz. Para dun sa mga questions kay Sir Kim, balikan na lang natin siya mamaya kapag okay na lahat. Alright?
hold on. I'll just have to open the presentation. There.
We'll wait for it to load lang, ma'am.
Yes, waiting for it to load lang. Hold on. Sorry, I'm having problems, but I can share the entire screen na lang. Is it okay?
Sige ma'am, go ahead. Okay lang din po. Whatever works lang po.
Okay.
Yun
You
po
can see
talaga
my
pag
screen.
ano ma'am, pag mga... Yes ma'am,
Kaya,
I can see it. Full screen lang ma'am. Pa-slideshow lang po.
oh, sure.
Yan.
So
Ayan ma'am,
there,
nakikita
hi.
yes
Mm-mm.
po. Tapos ma'am, mag-i-interject na lang po ako if ever na may nag-error po sa presentation nyo, papasok na lang din po ako ma'am. Kasi right now, hindi nyo na po ako makikita. Alright?
Okay, sure. Thank you,
Sige ma'am.
Shari.
Ma'am, you have 20 minutes. The floor is yours. Take it away po.
Okay. Thank you. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. By the way, my name is Jazz, and I am a talent acquisition officer in DXI, so that's already for a year. And today I'm going to be showing you and sharing with you interview tips and how to dress up properly during your job interviews. So first, interviews. I'm not sure if you're going to agree with me here, but no matter how many times you've gone through it, through the interview, the thought of being interviewed can still make you feel nervous. So that's based on my experience as well. Because as part of the talent acquisition team, I've also been doing a lot of interviews, but whenever I'm thinking of being interviewed, it still makes me nervous. And let me show you how to avoid being nervous during interviews. So let's discuss first the purpose of a job interview. So number one is an opportunity to meet face to face or be screened virtually. So as the pandemic started, as we know, we rarely conduct face-to-face interviews. So we are most likely doing a virtual interview, of course, to also follow the safety protocols. Number two is to discuss qualifications. Number three is to assess your ability or skills. Number four is to demonstrate your skills and personality. Number five is to sell yourself. So if we're going to summarize what job interview is, basically this is like letting your interviewer know who are you. It's like you selling yourself to the position you're applying for. So that's it. Next is preparation is the key. According to Arthur Ashe, one important key to success is self-confidence. And an important key to self-confidence is preparation. Of course, it all applies in our aspects in our lives. Like the key for you to success is of course to be prepared. Now, during the in preparation of your interview, number one is you have to do the research. Most common mistake that we are facing is that we only focus on researching about the job or the qualifications that in on the position that we want to apply for. So, for example, of course, it's right that you have to also do research for the qualifications. Of course, you have to know if you are fit for the position. Number two is the salary. Number three is the start date, because of course you're not going to engage yourself in an interview if you cannot start as soon as possible or as soon as they require you to start. Number four is the hours. Number five is the role. And six is the current employees in the position. Now, it's also important to know about the company. Of course, the location. It's important. For example, you guys are from CLSU. I'm pretty sure that you're not going to apply here in DXI in Muñoz unless you have families or relatives or who are here in Quezon City. So you also have to know the location. Number two is the company culture. Third is the mission, and fourth is the reputation. So it's really important because it's kind of impressive for the interviewers to know that you are okay. This candidate is really interested in applying for this position because he or she knows a lot about our company. So that's kind of impressive. So that's really important. Take note of that. Second is to you have to know yourself. Of course, know your skills and strengths, most proud accomplishments, areas of interest, personal values, and areas of development. Of course, you have to like put emphasis. You can emphasize your strengths, your accomplishments, but you don't want to sound that braggy. Okay, so yeah, you can emphasize it because it might help you to sell yourself to the interviewer. Now, in case that you will be asked by interviewer about your weaknesses, it's not that they're trying to pull you down. It's that they have to also ask your weaknesses because they want to know where are the areas they can help you with, or the areas that they can help you to, yeah, like to develop your weaknesses. So do not take it negatively. Okay. So next is present yourself well. Okay, of course. I'm not sure if you're going to agree with me here, but they say that first impressions last. Okay, so make sure that when you face interviews, would it be a face-to-face interview, a virtual interview, but you have to present yourself well. When you say you present yourself well, it's not that you're just well groomed, but you also have to speak confidently. You have to dress properly, and also and also how do you deliver yourself. So that's the how we gauge the first impression. Okay, next, answer truthfully. So first, if you're applying for a job, you've got to be honest about yourself and your background. Second, let the interviewer know your strong points, but be truthful when they ask about your weak points. So that's the weakness. Third is be honest and genuine as you can possibly be. And fourth is do not oversell yourself. So we understand that you want to impress the interviewer, but it's really important that you have to be yourself. Of course, um, do not fake it. Okay. One good example is, for example, I am applying for a technical support representative in VXI. I don't know anything about troubleshooting and everything, but I've read it in Mac in YouTube. I watched it in YouTube on how to troubleshoot, but that's just it. And then I will tell my interviewer that okay, I know how to troubleshoot, I know how to fix the software, and then they hire me for fixing it. And there it comes to the I will be introduced to the production floor that I already don't know what to do. So stop faking it. Because definitely they would find it out. Okay. Next is master the interview. So of course, during the interview, most important thing you have to remember is to relax. Okay. I've been doing a lot of interviews. Of course, I've been with the industry for more than 12 years. So since I am from the HR recruitment and talent acquisition team, I've also been doing some interviews. And this is what I always tell my candidates: do not feel nervous, because if you are nervous, then you cannot express yourself well. Like you already know how to respond on the interview, but the thing is you are nervous, so you cannot express yourself well. So make sure that you concentrate. Okay. So enunciate clearly, you talk slowly, listen very well, and important is to concentrate. Okay. Next is your answers need to be prove your skills and knowledge. That should for success in the role and personality fit in the company. So of course, yeah, you have to concentrate because most of the problems nowadays are is the comprehension. You have to make sure that your answers will match the questions that the interviewer is asking you towards you. Okay, so you have to concentrate. Next slide is you can use this star method that we call to also sell yourself. What's the use of this? So the STAR method can help you effectively convey your value as a potential employee by providing a reliable format for showcasing your abilities. So this is a method. As is for situation, you can introduce a situation to the employer and set the context. So for example, I am applying. Um, I'll give my own experience. Okay. So for example, I came from my previous job. I also worked as a talent acquisition specialist. So while I'm applying during my application here in VXI, I have to give an example of my accomplishments of what I did on my previous company. That's not to brag about it, but I have to show VXI that I'm capable to do this. Okay. So first I have to tell the situation. Next, Next is the task. Letter T is for task. So describe the task he had to complete, including the expectations and challenges it would involve. So yeah, you just have to share what have you um the task that you might be considering to do to in order for you to accomplish the context. Next is A is the action. Explain what you did and how you did it. So for example, during my previous employment, I was assigned to go to Ilocos Norte because we just built our new site in Ilocos Norte. So I was sent there to run the process, the recruitment marketing and sourcing process in Ilocos. In of course to in order for us to close the classes required. Okay. And last is the result. And with the results of your efforts, including accomplishments, rewards, and impact. So fortunately, I have done it successfully. So I am proud. I am proud to tell my interviewer that I have successfully accomplished the context that I have planned. Um, do not fake it, okay? Because like when you invent or when you fake any situation, definitely your interviewer would find it out, okay? So just make sure that everything you say is just you telling the truth. All right? I'm not sure if I'm speaking too fast, but I hope I'm not. So last is the closing the interview. Of course, after the interview, you have to thank the interviewer, thank them. It's not bad to ask what are the hiring process. So what will be the next steps? Next is ask for the job. Do you have remaining concerns? What are the next steps? Or how do you see me fitting the company? It's not bad at all. Because for me as an interviewer, I might think that, okay, this candidate is really interested on the position that she's applying for. Why? Because she's asking me possible questions that made me think that she's interested for the job. Next is tell them that you are interested in the role in the company. You can tell them that I hope you can consider me in on the position that I am applying for because I'm really interested in the role. So as simple as that. You can address them using their name. And next, do not forget to always smile. Please be reminded that you have to be friendly during your interviews. Not that too friendly, like you're gonna fist bump with your interviewers, not that, but try to be friendly as possible. Like you're gonna smile at them, do not smile when they're asking you serious questions, of course. But just try to be as pleasant as you can be also. And then can thank them for the opportunity that they have given you. Of course, you being interviewed is already an opportunity. Because why? Why? Because they already considered you to be processed for the position you're applying for. Because as we know, you're not the only one who will be interviewed for the position. So please do not forget to thank them for the opportunity that they gave you. Okay. So for the power dressing, of course, number one, research the company's culture and dress code. You have to know first what is the culture of the company, and for you to know the proper dress codes that you might be using. For example, you're applying as a executive assistant. Of course, as you know, you have to dress informal because you'll be assisting the boss of the company, so something like that. It will depend on the culture of the company. Second is invest in a power outfit. So when we say invest, it's not that we are saying that you have to buy new clothes, buy new shoes, and everything if you're going to attend a job interview. It's not that. But you have to invest because you have to look presentable during your interview. Could it be a virtual interview? Could it be a face-to-face interview? You have to invest in your power outfit. Third is wear appropriate and comfortable shoes. So of course you want to feel comfortable during your interviews, right? You don't want something's bothering you. So you make sure that it's not just actually it won't just focus on shoes, but wear appropriate and comfortable clothes from head to toe, okay, as well as the accessories. Please, please be reminded. Fourth is try out your interview outfit. And last is do not over accessorize. So you don't want to look like Madame Auring when you're facing interviews, like you're wearing eight bracelets, um, 6 layers of necklace. You don't want to do that, of course. That might give a bad impression to your interviewer. So you have to make sure that they're not over accessorize. And earrings, necklace is okay. Do not over accessorize. Okay. Okay. Lastly, is to groom yourself. Of course, make sure that you are presentable when you're facing an interview. Okay. So what to do when getting ready for your interview? First is to research the company. So what I've mentioned a while ago, you have to know something about the company because that's gonna give good impression to your interviewer. Next is practice. As we know, practice makes perfect, but nobody's perfect. But you still have to practice, and for you to know um what are the areas you need to improve. Okay, you can just like look in the mirror. You can also ask your friend, can you do a mock interview with me? Can you ask me questions? Can you? Yeah, it's not bad to ask help from your friends or family. Okay. Next is to get ready ahead of time. During the interview, if it's going to be a face-to-face interview or virtual interview, make sure that you prepare. You don't have an interview at 10 o'clock and you will wake up at 9:30. You'll have your breakfast at 9:40. You'll take a bath at 9:50. Then you'll meet your interviewer at 10:30. No, it's it's a no for an interviewer. Okay, so make sure to be on time. Not too early, not but never late. Okay. When we say be on time, probably 5 to 10 minutes is early is okay. Next is to try to stay calm. Of course, if you're nervous, then you cannot express yourself well. And then last is follow up after the interview. Okay, of course, that shows that you still have the interest to the position that you have applied for. So make sure that you follow up from not from time to time because you also have to consider that other companies, of course, like BSI, they are passing a lot of candidates. So make sure that when you follow up, give us also enough like ample time to provide you the feedback about your interview. Okay, so that's the end of the slide. It's not that long because I don't want you to get bored. So that's it. Unless anyone has questions.
Thank you for that, Miss Jazz. All right. So, guys, if you have questions, please feel free to ask it with Miss Jazz. Okay? So, habang nag-iisip kayo na itatanong nyo, tatanungin ko na si Miss Jazz. Ma'am, ito po yung lagi kong tinatanong.
Yes, Abby.
What is the applicant's most common mistake? Yung para sa inyo po, ano po yung lagi nyo na-experience para ma-warn po natin sila na hindi na po nila yun gagawin?
Ayun. Yung most of the common mistakes are, yun nga, during the interview, you have to really listen carefully to your interviewer. Because I don't want to, this is just an example. Like, if I'm gonna ask you, what's your favorite color? Then you're gonna ask me, our ulam is adobo. So you're not paying attention, right? So that that's gonna give your interviewer a bad impression. Not that bad impression, but of course you have to show your interviewer that you are focused on whatever questions that they are throwing towards you.
So listening, guys. Listening is number one.
Yes.
All right. Ma'am, we have a question from Ma'am Mariel Michael. I think saktong-sakto to, ma'am. Do you have work from home setup?
Hi, Mr. Michael. Yeah, currently we are not offering work from home setup, but the good thing about VXI is we conduct interviews over the phone. So that's from the initial interview up to the behavioral interview and then the final interview. Everything will be conducted over the phone. So that's the good thing about VXI. You don't need to go to the site to finish your process.
All right. How about ma'am vacancies? Can you encourage them po to apply to your site?
Sure. Our site is located in DXI, Quezon City, but for you guys, I think you're from Nueva Ecija, correct, Shari? We have our site in Clark, Pampanga, and our openings are for, we are in urgent hiring for customer service representatives, we have for technical supports, and we have our sales. So there, for the qualifications, at least high school graduate for the old curriculum, for the new curriculum, as long as you are senior high school graduate, that's fine. We can process you. You should be technically 18 years old and amenable to work on a shifting schedule. We cannot guarantee a fixed schedule because we are most of our clients are based in the United States. So make sure that you are flexible when it comes to shifting schedules.
Ma'am, last question from Sir RJ
Sure,
Sargento
ma'am.
Geronimo. Hi, ma'am. Do you accept without BPO experience?
Yes, of course. We are accepting video experience. Actually, what's the name? RJ, if you don't have BPO experience, we are offering a free training program here. But the thing is, we have to process first your application in for us to know if you are qualified for the free training program. It's called LEAP. So it's a 5-year free training program that we are offering. We will see that you have the potential. We just need to train you for 5 days for you to enhance your communication skills, for you to have enough idea about the BPO. So yeah, we are accepting non BPO candidates so far.
All right. So thank you for that, ma'am. All right. So guys, if you have no more questions, we are encouraging you to apply to VXI. So please check out jobs20.com/VXI for their list of vacancies. And Miss Jazz, thank
Mm-hmm.
you again for being with us this afternoon. We hope to have you again in the next
Thank
few
you. Yeah,
soon.
thank you so much,
Sana makita
Sally.
namin kayo ulit, ma'am. Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you, Sally.
Stay
Thank
safe
you,
po.
everyone.
All right. Okay. So now, we apologize for the technical issue a while ago. So now let's go back to Sir Kim. So ito na lang yung mga last few slides niya. So we tried to record it. Tapos ipi-play na lang namin. Ito yung frequently asked questions. Ito yung last few slides ni Sir Kim. Kung may tanong kayo dito or kung meron kayong gustong itanong, idagdag dun sa mga discuss niya, pwede nyo rin ilagay dun sa comment section tapos sasagutin ko na lang. Alright? Sige, let's play it po.
Now, for those who are asking yung mga frequently asked questions, sagutin ko na po. Okay, just give me a few more minutes. Ito na yan. Ito yung mga frequently asked questions. The first question usually is, can I give my resume link to companies who do not know about jobs180.com? Pwede ko po ito gamitin? Pwede ko ba ito i-apply sa mga kumpanya hindi naman kilala si jobs180.com? The answer is absolutely yes. Basta alam nila ang resume link mo at kayo magbibigay niyan. Kung hindi mo binigay, hindi nila talaga malalaman ang resume link niyo. Okay? Second, is it the same as other job site like LinkedIn, JobStreet, or any other job platform? The answer is no. May dalawang pagkakaiba. May dalawang major difference. Okay? Let me just, of course, with respect to isa sa pinakakilala natin, no, na job board, si JobStreet, no, with respect to them, with them, no? If you're using JobStreet, you can only apply to companies who are also using JobStreet. Tama? If you're applying to a company who is not using JobStreet, you cannot use your JobStreet account or JobStreet resume anymore. Okay? With your resume link, pwede mo ito gamitin kahit na kanino, kahit saan, kahit sa ibang bansa pa yan, pwede. Basta may internet connection yung bibigyan mo ng resume link at alam niya ang resume link mo. Isa lang ibig sabihin nun, sa inyo magagaling yon. That's the first difference. The second difference is, if you have already submitted, example lang ulit, if you have already submitted your JobStreet resume to a company, wala ka nang pwedeng baguhin. All the information that you have submitted is already in the hands of the HR. Okay? Wala na. Touch move na yan eh. With your resume link, you can change the information anytime, real time. It will be reflected dun sa side ng employer na binigyan nyo. Okay? So those are the two major differences. Now, let's look at question number 3. This is the easiest question. Can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time, sa haba ng kunento ko sa inyo, na-convince ko na kayo na ito ang pinaka-secured na platform. Okay, so I recommend you use your resume link. If you have your current resume format in your Word file or mga PDF file nyo, just transfer all the information inside the resume link to make it more secured. Okay? Let's look at question number 4. How often should I update my resume link? Gaano kadalas ka ba dapat ina-update ang resume link? Hindi siya araw-araw, hindi siya linggo-linggo, hindi siya buwan-buwan at hindi siya taon-taon na update. Ang recommend ko dito, every time. Sa tuwing meron kayong babaguhin, lalo na ang inyong contact information. Okay? Very important that you update your information, yung contact details nyo, real time. Okay? Para anytime makontak kayo o gusto kayo tawagan ng mga companies, they can easily get in touch with you. Okay? And the last question is just a trivia. Why is this called jobs180.com? The reason why it's called jobs180.com, it's because we want to turn your life around 180 degrees. Hindi siya 360 degrees because when you do that, you only go back to where you started. Ikot ka lang ng ikot. So never ka na nakarating sa pupuntahan mo. Pag 180 degrees, you go straight line towards your career goal. Okay? Just in case may questions pa kayo, you can also email me here sa info@jobs180.com. You can like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram to get more updates and mga latest trends in recruitment. Again, my name is Kim Chu Wa. Don't forget the Wa. Okay, na nagsasabing magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Be safe and thank you.
All right, so thank you for that, Sir Kim. Okay, so guys, I'm giving you a couple of minutes to ask your questions. If you have questions, please type nyo lang po doon sa comment box natin. Reminders lang, kailangan verified yung accounts ninyo para makapag-push through kayo ng application. Pag sinabing verified, mag-send kami ng email doon sa email address na nilagay ninyo sa paggawa ng account and you have to verify. So kapag verified na siya, pwede na kayong magkapag-apply dun sa mga companies. Alright? So, that's my last few reminders. We will proceed to our next speaker for the DOLE labor education for graduating students. So if ever that a question popped into your mind, pwede nyo lang din i-chat siya. So don't be shy lang. Alright? So let's introduce our speaker for our next topic. Our speaker is Ms. Rosario Campos, a Doctor of Psychology and Guidance graduate from Aroldo University. She is the Senior Labor and Employment Officer in charge of Construction Safety and Health Program, Repertorial Requirements of Occupational Safety and Health, Labor Education for Graduating Students, Career Coaching, Pre-Orientation Seminar, Labor Relations, Human Relations and Productivity, Labor Education and Employment Services. She is the focal person for Nueva Ecija Federation of PESO Managers. She is an internal auditor and technical working group member of ISO 901 to 2015 version and GECSAT or Government Excellence Class Self-Assessment Tool. She is also a CEADO or Single Entry Assistance Desk Officer. Ayan. So, if ma'am you're ready, please join our stream po. Good afternoon po, ma'am. Ayan.
Hi, good
Ma'am,
afternoon, everyone.
you are live na po, ma'am. Our audience can see and hear you. If you have a presentation, please share it po to our screen.
Okay.
Ayan, ma'am. Pa-share lang ako, ma'am, para mag-load na po siya tapos makita na po ng mga students.
Okay, sige.
Ayan. Loading na po siya, ma'am. Ayan. So, ma'am, ay, nawala siya, ma'am. Paulit lang po ako.
Hello?
Nawala po, ma'am, yung presentation. Ayan, ma'am. Loading na po siya. Ayan po.
Okay.
Pa-full screen lang ako, ma'am. Yan. So, ma'am, from now on, I think hindi nyo na po makikita ako. So, ang nakikita nyo na lang po yung slides po ninyo. So, if ever po may magka-error po tayo sa run nitong discussion nyo, mag-i-interject po ako to alert you. Alright, ma'am? So, 20 minutes po, the discussion, the floor is yours po. Tapos, I'll be back po for the Q&A. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sige. Okay, so good afternoon to everyone. We will be discussing Pre-Employment Orientation Seminar or PEOS from Labor Education for Graduating Students. Next slide, please. So this will be parang pinaka-recap ng previous speakers natin, ano? Kasi this will form part of the pre-employment orientation seminar. And in preparing for a job, you have to prepare the resume, birth certificate, diploma, TOR, NBI, police clearance, and training certificate. Next. Sabi nga kanina, what are we going to do before a job interview? We have to know the company, of course. We have to do the research and the background of the company and groom to impress the interviewer. As we all know, that first impression is lasting. So, kailangan maayos ang ating pagbibihis. So, ito, very brief ko na lang siyang i-explain kasi previously, napakaganda ng explanation ng ating dalawang speaker. Okay, next. During the interview, kailangan daw ay punctual tayo, polite. Kailangan meron tayo laging bala o yung extra copies of resume. We should answer professionally, avoid eating, and avoid using cellular phone para walang distraction siya. So prepare for salary negotiation if given an option. Kung hindi naman, do not prepare for salary negotiation. Okay, wag tayong makikipag-negotiate. And say thank you after the interview. Okay? Next. After na mapasok natin yung tinatawag na world of work, ito na yung tinatawag nating labor education or yung kailangan matutunan natin, what are the workers' rights and benefits ba? Dito na papasok yung Department of Labor and Employment. So, kung minsan, marami sa atin ang nagrereklamo kasi hindi nila alam kung ano ba yung karapatan ng isang manggagawa sa loob ng organization. Okay? Next slide, please. Meron tayong tinatawag na General Labor Standards and Occupational Safety and Health Standards. In General Labor Standards, we have the minimum wage, holiday pay, premium, overtime, night shift differential, service charges, incentive leave, maternity leave. Next slide. Paternity leave, parental leave for solo parents, leave for victims of poverty, special leave for women, 13th month pay, separation pay, and retirement pay. Kung makikita ninyo, meron tayong tinatawag na mga RA, and then yung Article 302-297. Ibig sabihin, batas po siya, nakapaloob siya sa labor code. So lahat ng iti-discuss natin dito ay mayroon pong tinatawag na legal basis. Okay? Next. Let us first define what is wage ba. Under Article 97 yan. Ang ibig sabihin po ng wage ay yung sahod kapag tayo ay naghanap buhay. Whether under contract or yung verbal agreement lang. So kailangan meron tayong tatanggapin na sweldo dun sa ating pagtatrabaho. Okay? Next. Last January 2020, nagkaroon tayo ng wage clinic or yung kung paano ba natin ginagawa yung pagdidetermine ng ating minimum wage. Ito ay wage order number 22 for non-agriculture sector for establishment employing 10 or more workers, you have to pay them 420 pesos. Where in establishment with less than 10 workers, 413 pesos, except for the province of Aurora that we have only 369 pesos. So sa buong Region 3, ito dapat yung ipinapasweldo natin sa ating mga manggagawa. Okay, next slide. Sa sector naman po ng agriculture, mayroong tinatawag na plantation and non-plantation, ano? Under Bataan, Bulacan, Nueva Ecija, Pampanga, Tarlac, and Zambales, you have to pay 390 pesos and for non-plantation, 374 pesos. Where in the province of Aurora, 354 pesos and 342 pesos respectively. So ito po yung listahan kung magkano ba dapat nating ipasahod dun sa agri-sector. Okay, next slide. Doon naman sa tinatawag nating nagtitingi or yung service business with 10 or more workers, kailangan mapasweldo po natin sila ng 409 pesos. with less than 10 workers, 395 pesos. Doon naman po sa province ng Aurora ay dapat 304 pesos. So dapat hindi po tayo bababa dyan sa wage order number 22. Okay, next. So punta tayo sa hours of work kung saan ilang oras ba dapat nagtatrabaho ang isang tao. Okay, alam ko naman marami ang nakakaalam dito sa atin na kung ilang oras ba dapat tayo nagtatrabaho at kung ano ang treatment natin dun sa 8 oras na ipinagtrabaho natin. Okay, next. Next slide. Ang normal hours of work po natin ay 8 oras. Ito ay all time during which an employee is required to be on duty or all time during which an employee is suffered or permitted to work. So, ibig sabihin, kapag tayo ay nasa trabaho, kailangan bayad po yung 8 oras na yun. Okay, next slide. Weekly rest periods na tinatawag or sa iba, ang tawag po dito ay day off. 24 hours after 6 work days daw po or yung tinatawag na sa loob ng isang linggo, meron kang isang araw na pahinga or hindi bababa sa 24 oras na pamamahinga ng isang empleyado. So, kailangan sa period ng 7 araw, dapat mamamahinga ako ng 24 oras or isang buong araw. Okay? Next slide. Okay. Ang rules for pay on regular holidays and special days na tinatawag, meron tayong tinatawag na regular holidays kung saan babayaran po ng doble at special days, merong karampatang karagdagang bayad para dun po sa mga nagtrabaho na nag-fall ng regular holidays and special days. Okay? Let us see kung paano po natin iti-treat ito. Okay, next slide. Regular holiday pay, 1 day pay given by law to an employee even if he does not work on a regular holiday. Ang ibig pong sabihin nito, sa madalit salita, kung ikaw ay pumasok nung regular holiday, 2 beses kang babayaran ni kumpanya. Kung ikaw ay hindi pumasok, nasa bahay ka lang at regular holiday, babayaran ka ni kumpanya ng 1 beses. Provided na prior to the regular holiday, present ka sa trabaho or you are on leave with pay. Okay, so ito yung very confusing po sa iba, no? Kung minsan nagpupunta sila sa aming tanggapan, asking for a pay, sinasabi nila hindi sila binayaran ni kumpanya. Pag tinanong po namin, absent pala sila prior to regular holiday or wala silang leave of absence nung bago mag-regular holiday. Okay, kung nagtrabaho, 200% of the daily wage plus 30% falling on a rest day, times 2 po siya. So, all in all, meron kang 260 pesos. 260%, sorry. 260% of the daily wage. Okay, next. Okay, ano-ano ang ating regular holidays? Meron po tayong tinatawag na New Year's Day, Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, Araw ng Kagitingan, Labor Day, Independence Day, National Heroes Day, Bonifacio Day, Idol Fitr, Idol Adha, Christmas Day, and Rizal Day. So, as we observe, meron tayong mga movable dates po dito, no? Pero itong mga occasion na tinatawag, ito po yung falling on regular holidays. So, ito siya, regardless of the date, naka-regular holiday po siya, kung saan babayaran po ang tao ng 2 beses kung siya ay pumasok. Kung hindi naman siya pumasok, 1 beses na buo ang bayad. Kung nag-fall po siya ng rest day, plus 60% po siya. Okay, next slide please. Special non-working holidays or non-working days under Proclamation number 50 series of 2016. Okay, naririto po siya. We have Chinese New Year. Movable date po siya. Like this 2021, parang February siya. EDSA People Power Revolution Anniversary, Black Saturday, Ninoy Aquino Day, All Saints Day, last day of the year, and additional special non-working day on October 31. Okay, ito po yung nag-fall dun sa tinatawag na special non-working holidays or non-working days. Okay, next slide. Overtime pay. Under Article 87, additional compensation for work performed beyond 8 hours. Okay. Plus 25% of the hourly rate during ordinary work days. If for example po, nagtrabaho tayo ng lampas sa 8 oras and it fall on a regular day lang, pumasok lang tayo, so plus 25% of the hourly rate. But if, for example, you have rendered in excess of 8 hours of duty, falling on special days and regular holidays, an additional 30% of the hourly rate per hour na tayo ay nag-render ng overtime. Okay? Next slide, please. Night shift pay under Article 86, additional compensation for work performed between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. Okay, you have to pay your employees 10% of regular wage for each hour of work, except for retail and service establishment regularly employing not more than 5 employees, managerial employees, and field personnel. So, meron po siyang mga exception dito sa night shift pay or night shift differential. Pero napakadali lang yan, no po? Pagka ang trabaho ay nag-fall between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., meron tayong additional 10% as night shift pay or night shift differential. Okay, next slide please. Service charges under Article 96, sabi po rito, all rank and file employees of employers collecting service charges are entitled to an equal share in the 85% of the total of such charges. Okay, so saan ba nakikita to? Kapag kumakain tayo sa mga resto, no, sa mga high-end resto, nakakita tayo sa resibo ng SC or service charge na tinatawag. Okay, yung 85% daw po nun ay hinahati-hati sa mga rank and file. How about the 15%? Yung 15% daw po ay nire-retain ng management to answer losses and breakage and for distribution to managerial employees, but at the discretion of the management. So kung napagkasunduan na yung 15% hahati-hatiin, while the 85% po ng service charge na naka-add po dun sa bill natin kapag kumakain tayo sa mga restaurant, hindi naman po lahat ng restaurant, ano? So yung po yung tinatawag na service charge. So yung pala, dinidivide po siya equally. So isinasama po yan sa sweldo. Okay? Next slide please. Doon naman po tayo pumunta sa leave benefits. Okay? Kung napapansin niyo po, medyo minamadali natin kasi mahaba po yung presentation namin. Hindi naman po obrang hatiin natin siya. Okay. Leave benefits, makita natin po yung picture, no? Merong picture doon na nagbe-birthday, merong nagpapa-check up siguro ng anak, and the other one is yung nagpabantay ng may sakit. Okay, tingnan po natin ang leave benefits. Next po. Meron po tayong tinatawag na service incentive leave under Article 95 of the Labor Code. 5 araw daw po siya na may bayad kung ang empleyado ay naka-1 taon ng pagsiservisyo dun sa kumpanya. Paano po ito ginagamit? For sick and vacation leave purposes. And yung hindi daw po magagamit na 5 araw is convertible to cash at the end of the year. Okay? So yung iba, na-accumulate po siya. Yung iba naman, kasabay po ng 13th month pay ibinibigay at the end of the year. Okay? Next slide, please. Maternity leave under Republic Act 8282 as amended by RA 11 to 10. Okay, napakagandang balita po nito, no? Kasi ang female employees employed at the time of delivery, miscarriage or abortion, whether married or unmarried, who has paid at least 3 monthly contributions in the 12-month period prior to childbirth or miscarriage. Okay. Kung nakapagbayad daw po ng 3 SSS monthly contributions sa loob ng 1 taon bago nagbuntes at manganganak, pasok po siya dito. So, bali, under Republic Act 8282, 60 to 78 days lang yan. So, bali na-amend siya, nagkaroon na po ng 105 days ang isang manganganak, additional 15 days with full pay in case of a solo parent under RA 8972. So, alam natin po ang batas sa solo parents, ano? So, kung ikaw pala ay nag-iisang magluluwal ng iyong sanggol, may additional 15 days ka with full pay. So, 105 days plus an additional 15 days, you will be enjoying 120 days with full pay of maternity leave benefit. Okay? Meron daw po 60 days with full pay kung ikaw ay nakunan or emergency termination of your pregnancy. Sabi po dito, kung gusto mong mag-file ulit ng 30 days but without pay, can be availed of at the option of employee with due notice to employer. So, ganito po yan. Nagpaalam ka kasi parang hindi mo pa maiwan yung baby mo, bibigyan ka rin ng karapatan na mag-file ulit ng 30 days para wala nang bayad po yun. So, yun, magiging wala ka sa trabaho, may additional 30 days ka, pero wala kang bayad. Pero yung 105 days po ay full pay siya. Okay, next slide po. Ano naman po yung paternity leave under Republic Act 8187? Ito po yung para sa mga kalalakihan. So, kanina po yung maternity leave para sa kababaihan. Okay, married male employees, benefits niya, 7 araw po siya with pay for the first 4 deliveries of his lawful wife po. Okay, ano ang condition for entitlement? Kailangan kasal, empleyado at the time of delivery of his child, cohabiting with his spouse at the time of delivery of miscarriage, kailangan naninirahan. Pero meron po tayong susog dito, kumbaga, kung hindi naman po, kung dahil sa trabaho ay hindi sila magkasama sa isang tirahan, o pwede pa rin pong ma-enjoy kasi uuwi naman siya for sure kasi nanganak po yung kanyang asawa. Applied for paternity leave within a reasonable period, his wife has given birth or suffered a miscarriage. Okay, so ayan po siya. Kapag nanganak, nakunan, may 7 araw po ang ating asawa para magbantay po sa atin at sa ating pong magiging anak. Okay? Next slide po. Kung tayo po ay mayroong solo parent, paternity leave, parental leave of solo parent po ito under Republic Act 8972. Any solo parent or individual who is left alone with the responsibility of parenthood. Okay, katulad din ng paternity leave, 7 araw din po siya. Kung siya ay naka-render ng 1 year na serbisyo, na-notify si employer of usage within a reasonable time, nakapagpaalam, ibig sabihin, be obtained from the DSWD, yung ID po siya. So, kailangan may ID siya na talagang siya ay solo parent, and then yung application for approval of the employer at the preference of the solo parent kung kailan po niya gagamitin. Okay? Next slide, please. How about RA 9262 or Leave for Victims of Anti-Violence Against Women and Children Act? Okay. Ano po ito? So, ito kung nakikita niyo yung mga nababator, yung kahit na mapa-physical or emotional, pwede po nating i-file siya dito po sa batas na to. Yung mga biktima po ng karahasan, hindi lamang po yung mismong kinakasama or asawa, kung hindi na rin kapag napatunayan po na pati yung anak ay nasasaktan, papasok po siya dito sa Leave for Victims or policy po. Okay, next. Ano-ano po ang kailangan dito at ilang araw siya? Okay, 10 araw daw po, extendable when the necessity arises as specified under the protection order. Okay, kailangan, ang requirement po ay may submit certification from the punong barangay or kagawad or prosecutor or the clerk of court as the case may be that an action is pending. Okay, kung halimbawa nakaakyat na po yung kaso. Availment option of the women employee. Halimbawa, siya po ay nahihiyang pumasok kasi marami siyang pasa or sugat. Circumstances for availment, medical and legal concerns. Okay, so yun po yung leave of victims of violence against women and children. 10 days po siya. Okay, next slide please. Okay, meron pa palang special leave benefit for women employees. Ano naman po ito? Tingnan po natin. Ito po yung Magna Carta for Women. Under Section 18, we have special leave benefits for women wherein a woman employee having rendered continuous or aggregate employment service of at least 6 months for the last 12 months shall be entitled to special leave benefit of 2 months with full pay based on her gross compensation following surgery caused by a gynecological disorder. Okay, signed by law, published and took effect on September 15, 2009. Okay. So ito po yung parang ino-opera tayo na opera tayo doon sa ating reproductive organs. Okay. So meron tayong 2 buwan with full pay na pwede nating i-apply kasi tayo ay magpapahinga. Surgery caused by gynecological disorder. Siyempre, hahanapan po tayo ng medical from doctor. Okay? Next slide, please. Okay, so ito yung lagi nating iniintay, ano? 13th month pay under PD 851. Rank and file employees who work for at least 1 month during a calendar year, regardless of, ito po, amount of basic salary received per month, designation of employment status, method by which wages are paid. Okay. So sabi nila, palagi may nagpupunta rito sa amin, tumatawag, Ma'am, meron po ba akong matatanggap na 13th month pay? 2 buwan pa lang po kasi ako. The answer is yes, okay? Not less than 1/12 of the total basic salary earned by an employee within a calendar year. So, i-compute po natin yan proportionately para makita natin kung magkano yung matatanggap mo. Okay? Next slide, please. Okay, so binibigay po ito, hindi dapat tatagal pa ng December 24. Obviously, magpapasko po kasi. So, kailangan ng kaperahan para magamit po siya bago ang Christmas Day. Employer may give half of the 13th month pay before the opening of the regular school year and the other half on or before December 24 of every year. Okay, so pwede siyang hati. So sinasabi nila parang major bonus. Eka. So kalahati binibigay po, pero yung iba sa December talaga sila nagbibigay kasi alam naman natin pag December is peak season na tinatawag. Okay, frequency of payment may be subject of agreement. Siyempre, yung napag-agreehan po yan ng management at saka nung employee. Okay, next slide please. Proportional to the length of time worked during the year reckoned from the start of work during the calendar year up to the time of resignation or termination from the service. Okay. Ito pong tinutukoy ko dito ay yung nag-resign or na-separate na empleyado. Kasi kung minsan, sa kawalan ng kaalaman, dumalayas tayo dun sa pinagtatrabahuan, pero may makukuha ka pala. Okay? So parang hindi tayo aware dun sa mga rights and benefits po ng mga sarili natin bilang empleyado. So ang pag-compute po nito, ang formula, total basic salary over 12 months equals 13th month pay. Okay, so kinukompute natin yan, ina-add up natin lahat, dinidivide natin sa 12 months para makuha natin kung magkano yung 13th month pay. Okay, next slide please. Separation pay. Ayan, separation pay under Articles 283 to 94. Napakahaba po niyan kung makikita nyo, ano? From Article 283 to 294, ang sabi rito, 1/2 month pay per year of service. Kung ang mga sumusunod po ang kadahilanan kung bakit tayo na-separate sa service. Number one is retrenchment to prevent losses. Number two is closure or cessation of operation of an establishment not due to serious losses or financial reverses. Disease of an employee not curable within 6 months and his continued employment is prejudicial to his health or to the health of his co-employees. Ayan. So ito po yung mga dapat na makitang dahilan para magbayad ka ng half month pay for year of service. Okay? So kung makikita nyo dyan, yung the first two po is yung parang ang kadahilanan ay nagmula kay kumpanya. Di po ba? Yung pangatlo, may sakit si empleyado. Pero napatunayan naman na hindi siya curable at mahahawa pa. Maaaring makahawa dun sa mga co-employee niya. Okay, next slide please. Sabi dito, 1 month pay per year of service. Ano-ano yung dahilan para mabayaran ako ng isang buwan sa aking pagtatrabaho sa loob ng buong taon o lahat ng taon na aking ipinagserbisyo. Nag-install si employer ng labor saving devices. So, my service is no longer needed. Redundancy. Magkakamukha na kami ng trabaho. Okay, magkakamukha na kami ng ginagawa. Number three is when an employee is illegally dismissed. Okay, so be careful po sa mga employer, ano? Hindi lagi tayong nagta-terminate. Kapag napatunayan po yan na illegally dismissed, tapos walang babalikan. Okay, mayayari po kayo. You have to pay 1 month pay for year of service kapag ka ganun. Kasi hindi na siya mababalik. Reinstatement is no longer visible. Okay? So in computing separation pay, we have to add the basic salary plus the regular allowances. Okay? Next po. Okay, retirement pay under RA 7641. Malapit na po tayong mayaran, no? Kasi andito na tayo sa retirement pay. All employees, regardless of the position, designation, or status, and irrespective of the method by which the wages are paid, includes part-time employees, employees of service, and other job contractors, and domestic helper or persons in the personal service of another. Okay, the optional retirement is 60 years old, 5 years of service dapat, and no retirement plan. Whereas the compulsory retirement is 65 years old. So, ayan po. Kailangan pagka 60 ka na, pwede ka na palang magretiro. Okay, doon naman sa compulsory, 65. Talagang kahit gusto mo pang magtrabaho, kailangan magretiro ka na kasi 65 ka na. Okay? Next po. Next slide, please. Amount of retirement pay, half month salary. What is the component of half month? We have 15 days, cash equivalent of 5 days SIL. Kung natatandaan nyo, service incentive leave of 5 days with pay. 1/12 of the 13th month pay or a total of 22.5 days. Okay. How are we going to compute that? So daily rate times 22.5 days times year in service. Okay. Ito po yung half month salary. Okay. So next. Total benefits a retired employee should receive from employer at the time of retirement. Okay, ano-ano yung matatanggap ko kapag ako ay kailangan ko nang magretiro sa serbisyo. Number one is the retirement pay. Number two is the proportionate 13th month pay. Kahit na ilang buwan lang yung itinigil ko dito sa taon na to, kailangan makukuha po natin yung 13th month pay. Okay, cash equivalent of leave benefit if demandable. Okay. Kung halimbawa, hindi mo nagamit service incentive leave, it has been accumulated for 10-year period, okay, makukuha mo po lahat yan. Okay. So, ito po yung inclusion doon sa ating retirement pay. Okay. So, that's all for now. Have a nice day. Thank you very much for listening. So, kung meron po tayong katanungan, pwede po nating ibigay sa ating sa chat box yata, no? Okay, so thank you so much.
Thank you po, ma'am. Ma'am, we have a question po, number 1, from Mr. Leonard Bunaladi. Ay, sige, ma'am. From Mr. Jamer Sorza. How about men who are abused? I have nothing against women who have been abused, but don't you think men deserves leave when they have experienced abuse as well?
Okay, so meron na ring nagtatanong sa amin yan, ano? Pero kasi siguro, ita-take note natin yan, paparating natin sa mas nakakataas sa atin, ano? Kasi parang somehow, the ego itself, di ba? Kung minsan yung mga lalaki, di ba? Uh, they are ashamed. Para, parang, pero sa totoo, ano to, reality to eh. Reality to. Kaya lang kung minsan, hindi natin masabi na all of them will file for this one kasi parang nasasaktan yung ego nila. Okay, pero yun, may paparating naman natin yan kasi lahat ng diniscuss natin ay naisa batas. Okay? So, ita-take note natin siya.
Alright, thank you po, ma'am. Ma'am, another question from Sir John Leonard Bunaladi. Ma'am, what could be the best way to answer the question, why should we hire you?
Okay, so what could be the best way to answer the question, why should we hire you? Of course, you have to sell yourself. How are you going to sell yourself? Diba sabi kanila, as I heard, na-discuss ni Mr. Kim, very informative. And the other speaker, napakaganda. So why should we hire you? Parang you have to exert all your best effort to sell yourself. Or how are you going to sell yourself? Of course, kailangan merong commitment and dedication yung sa pagsasalita pa lamang. As we all know, that life is a series of presentation itself. In our everyday living, di ba? We are talking to your co-employee, you are talking to your mother, to your sister, you are presenting yourself. Hindi lang yung kung ikaw ay nasa tinatawag na seryosong kagaya nito. No, that's not the point. So, kailangan ma-feel ni interviewer na you are telling something honestly. Kumbaga, ito yung kailangan ko. Kailangan mapabilib mo siya. Sabi nga, di ba, first impression is lasting. You have to dress like a pro. Na pagpasok mo pa lang sa pintuan is, wow, she or he mean business. Di ba? So yung why should we hire you, it is up to you. Or how are you going to parang elaborate mo na talagang napakaganda nung pagsasabi mo sa kanya na talagang may commitment. Kasi kagaya namin, kami nag-i-interview kami, inaalam namin kung siya ba ay seryoso dun sa sinasabi niya. Okay? Yung meron ba itong ma-contribute talaga. So, yun.
Thank you for that, ma'am. Ma'am, marami pong salamat. Ma'am, meron pa po kayong isang presentation pa po, ma'am, no? Gender equality after this.
Okay. Tapos pre-recorded mo.
Recorded naman po yun. Salamat po ulit, ma'am, for this afternoon. Stay safe po.
Thank you very much.
Alright, so ayun guys, we hope that we get to answer your questions. Kapit lang po tayo. Meron pa po tayong isang topic. The last topic is gender equality in the workplace. So this again is discussed by Ms. Rosario, same po ng speaker natin earlier, at recorded naman po ito. So ipi-play lang po namin yung video niya para for you to watch. If you have questions, again, feel free lang din po to ask away doon po sa ating comment section. Okay po? Sige po.
Okay, good afternoon to everyone. I will be discussing the gender equality and development in the workplace. Of course, our effort to keep programs and policies. Responding to the ever-changing need for gender equality in the workplace, the Department of Labor and Employment today will continue to evolve its policies and align itself to the demands of the Filipino workforce, especially on the need to address issues concerning gender and discrimination against women, lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and transgenders. So, hindi lamang po sa mga kababaihan or sa kalalakihan, kundi pati na rin po ang grupo ng ating LGBTs. Okay, the cartoon's image is simple but striking. It shows there are three men and three women positioned at the starting line of a track. The men have a clear path ahead of them, meaning uh, there's no obstruction. But the women are blocked by a never-ending pile of housework, including laundry, cooking, and ironing. And top of it all, they're in skirts and heels. Okay, so dito sa picture na to, makikita natin na yung mga babae ay mas maraming ginagawa kesa dun sa mga kalalakihan na right after their task at the office or dun sa organization, pagdating nila sa bahay, hindi na sila masyadong magluluto, mag-uurong. Parang ang nangyayari ay role na ng mga kababaihan yon. Pero, hindi naman natin sinasabing lahat. Kumbaga, parang ito na yung nakagisnan or nakasanayan natin. So, this powerful image was drawn or illustrated by Peruvian political cartoonist Carlin, who draws a regular panel for Peru publication or yung La Republica. Actually, maraming inaling reaction nito, especially dun sa mga kalalakihan din. Pero, it was gained traction and then went viral. And tweeted by Indian businessman, kilalang kilala siya sa pagiging isang mayaman, si Mr. Harvard grad, and si Mr. Alan Mahindra. Parang na-appreciate daw nila yung kababaihan at nakita nila na totoo pala ito. Mas maraming ginagampanan na tungkulin ang ating mga kababaihan, lalong-lalo na sa pagbalanse ng kanilang buhay may asawa, buhay nanay, at dun sa kanilang pag-discipline, pero worth naman because sabi nga nila the most rewarding job. Okay, so the next photo is about gender and power abuse leading to sexual violence. As we can see here, there is one and then maybe that is his employee. Or sexual and organizational violence. Ang babae Okay, good afternoon to everyone. Buhay may asawa, buhay nanay, at dun sa kanilang ah, pagtatrabaho or sa kanilang karir na tinatawag. Dahil napaka-stressful din para sa ating mga kababaihan kasi matrabaho ang pagiging isang ina pero worth naman because sabi nga nila the most rewarding job. Okay, so the next photo is about gender and power abuse leading to sexual violence. As we can see here, there is what you call this one, a male chauvinist pig, sabi nga nila. And then meron siyang kasamang babae. Maybe that is his employee. And there's bad between them and the ladder leading to career path. Okay, so sexual and intimate partner violence or sexual and organizational violence is part of the landscape that women and children live with. So, palaging ang babae at yung mga bata ang nagiging victim ng mga ganitong senaryo. So, gender power and violence looks at the problem of sexual and through cases observing the role that institutions play in facilitating and perpetuating gender-based violence. It also provides a more complex understanding about the ways in which institutional structure create an environment that facilitates and perpetuates gender-based violence. So somehow, nagagamit ng mga nasa matataas na posisyon or nandun sa tinatawag na may power or authority para magkaroon ng inequality dun sa kanilang organisasyon, parang inaabuso nila. So, gender abuse and power abuse rolled into one. So, kawawa yung mga nagiging biktima nito. Okay, the next one is the gender equality. Let us define the meaning of this one. It is an equal treatment and access of both female and male employees to opportunities and company resources, equal opportunities and consideration for promotions, pay raises, desirable or preferred jobs, advancement, and inclusion in decision-making processes. So, when it comes to role, dapat laging equal yan. Equal treatment para sa kanilang dalawa. Hindi lamang sa isang tunay na babae or tunay na lalaki, kung hindi pati na rin yung LGBT community na tinatawag. Pero doon naman din sila nakapol sa dalawang gender na yon. So, lagi nating nababanggit na, siyempre, male and female. So, napakadali lang namang unawain kapag sinabing equality, pantay-pantayan, oportunidad, decision making, trabaho, kung ano ang gustong trabaho, kung kaya naman, walang dapat na diskriminasyon sa bawat isa. Okay, ano daw ang kahalagaan ng gender equality? Unang-una, it enhances economic development. Bakit? Kasi kapag ka mayroong mga kooperasyon at pagkakaisa ang bawat isa, mararamdaman ng kababaihan or mararamdaman ng kalalakihan ang belongingness dun sa kanilang organisasyon. At syempre kapag ka sila ay nakaramdam ng belongingness or yung tinatawag na appreciation, hindi sila na-isolate, wala silang pakiramdam na hindi mahalaga ang kanilang opinion or ang kanilang kontribusyon, tuloy-tuloy ang development. Tuloy-tuloy ang development or progress ng kanilang organisasyon at sa kabuuan, ito ay nakakaragdag dun sa development ng ekonomiya. Number 2, improves prospects for future generation and strengthens political and social system. Kapag ka mayroong belongingness and equality, meron tayong mga prospect future generation. Yung mahuhusay na kailangan natin dun sa isang organisasyon at saka sa sirkulo na ginagalawan ng bawat isa. Mapapolitika man or yung simpleng pakikihalubilo. Kumbaga parang we are and the last one is organizations with gender diversity attract and retain the best talent. Of course, if you feel most welcomed and appreciated by the organization, hindi ka na maghahanap ng iba pang pagtatrabahuhan kung hindi mas mamahalin mo at papahalagahan itong iyong pinagtatrabahuhan. Because nakakaramdam ka ng kahalagahan at mayroong equality dun sa loob ng organisasyon. So, parang hindi ka na makakaisip ng tinatawag na destination addiction or yung tinatawag na ito dito masasaya ako kasi dito meron silang equality and gender development. Pero dito sa amin, wala kasi. Kaya ako, maghahanap na ako ng ibang pagtatrabahuhan. So, kung dito sa organization mo, kung saan ka nakabilang, ay merong gender diversity, equality, and development, natural, hindi ka na magdadalawang isip na lisanin or alisan yung pinagtatrabahuhan mo. Okay, ano naman daw ang status ng disparity in the Philippines? One of the smallest rates of disparity in the world in the Global Gender Gap Index, ranked 10th out of 145 countries for gender equality. And number 2, remains the top country in Asia in terms of closing the gender gap according to Gender Gap Report 2020 of the World Economic Forum. So, mayabang pala ang bansang Pilipinas kasi makikita naman natin and obviously, pantay-pantay naman na talaga dito sa atin. Meron na tayong naluklok na 2 pangulong babae at meron na rin tayong mga senador na mga babae. Marami rin dito sa atin ang namumuno ay mga babae. Actually, dun sa statistics na aming nakakalap, kung minsan talagang nangunguna ang number ng mga babaeng naghahanap ng trabaho, naluluklok sa trabaho, kaysa dun sa kalalakihan. Parang mas malaki yung porsyento ng mga kababaihan na lagi naming nakikita dun sa mga report ng Public Employment Service Offices tungkol dun sa mga kanilang employment facilitation, dun sa kanilang hiring, mas marami ang natatala na babae. Okay, remains the top country in Asia kasi dito sa atin talagang accepted na hindi masyadong isolated or hindi masyadong pantay. Hindi masyadong hindi pantay. Kumbaga pantay-pantay ang pagtingin sa organization nung babae at lalaki sa babae at sa lalaki. So hindi masyadong issue sa atin, hindi ganun kalalim ang problema ng gender disparity sa bansang Pilipinas. Okay, sa nagmula ang mga mandato, mayroong national mandates way back 1987 sa ating Philippine Constitution, Section 14, Article 2. The state recognizes the role of women in the nation building and shall ensure the fundamental equality before the law of men and women. And the other one is the Republic Act 9710 or Magna Carta for Women. It is a comprehensive women's human rights law. It eliminates discrimination against women to recognize, protect, fulfill, and promote the rights of Filipino women. So ito, kung mapapansin po natin, panay tungkol sa kababaihan kasi pinaglalaban talaga ang karapatan ng mga kababaihan. So kahit na hindi masyadong issue sa bansang Pilipinas ang inequality, meron pa rin na lumalabas na may mga issue pa rin kahit na konti lang. Kaya nga po ang Department of Labor ay ina-address mabuti siya at ina-align namin ang aming mga polisiya para dyan. Ano-ano ang responsive God efforts po namin sa Department of Labor and Employment? Meron kaming continuous campaign to end violence against women and children. Or ito po yung tinatawag na Republic Act 9262 or Anti-Violence Against Women and Children's Act. Okay? Meron kaming God Responsive Agency Award. God Timpala, Bronze Awardee po kami by the Philippine Commission on Women. Meron kaming Gender Mainstreaming Towards Full, Decent, and Productive Employment. Gender Equality in Decent, Productive, and Gainful Employment. Gender Responsive Policies and Programs, highlighting the role of women in nation building and promoting an equal and inclusive society. Republic Act 10028 or Breastfeeding Act mandated the establishment of lactation station and facilities for female employees in companies and the anti-sexual harassment policy. If you remember the second photo, ito yung policy na talagang ini-impose namin o minamandate namin sa mga employer para maging vigilant ang mga kababaihan para magsalita po sila tungkol doon sa nangyayari. Okay, yun naman pong Breastfeeding Act. Meron tayong mga kababaihan na kakapanganak pa lang but still they are breastfeeding. So, nire-required po namin ang mga kumpanya na at least meron silang lugar para makapagpa-dede ang isang ina at nang ma-sustain po yung sustansya na dapat ay mapupunta sa bata. O kung hindi man, makapag-pump po sila ng kanilang breast milk para ma-store po nila sa refrigerator para sa gayon, maiuwi pa rin nila. So, lahat po ng posibilidad kung paano makakatulong doon sa mga nanay ay ginagawa po natin yan. Ginagawa po natin ang paraan yan. Okay, meron din tayong Department Circular number 02 series of 2012 the guidelines and procedures for all offices and agencies to fight trafficking, report human trafficking 1343, action line, Interagency Council Against Trafficking. Isinama ko na rin po ito kasi kung minsan hindi tayo aware, merong nangyayaring trafficking sa paligid natin, pwede natin silang maisuplong o maisumbong sa action line against human trafficking. Meron kaming DO 178 and 184 series of 2017. Bawal po ang high heels, prolonged standing, and protracted sitting. Kasi kung minsan, hirap na hirap po yung ating mga sales ladies. Ang tagal-tagal nilang nakatayo, pero masakit po siya sa paa. So yun, dapat pa monitor natin. Hindi man natin totally malas dahil yun ay part ng kanilang uniform, pero dapat wag masyadong matagal ang kanilang pagtayo, yung pag-upo. Okay, meron ding RA 11165 or telecommuting bill. Ito yung tinatawag na work from home. Hindi pa man tayo nagkakaroon ng new normal, ay meron na tayo nito. At yung iba po ay nagpa-practice na. Pinapractice na po nila. And then the RA 11210 or expanded maternity leave. Ito po yung mas pinalawak, mas pinadami na araw ng pagpa-file ng maternity leave para ma-enjoy or makapagpahingang mabuti ang isang ina sa panganganak at tuloy higit sa lahat mas maalagaan po yung sanggol na kanyang isinilang. So meron tayong 105 days para dito instead na 60 to 78 days po dati. Naging 105 days na po tayo. Okay, meron din kaming SPES or the Special Program for Employment of Students, the Government Internship Program, and TUPAD or tulong alalay po dun sa mga disadvantaged worker. Yung SPES po, it is a summer job or employment during summer ng mga batang 15 taon hanggang 30 taon. Wala po ditong gender preference. So, lahat po ng aming programa ay walang mga preferential gender na hinahanap. Meron din kaming GIP, yung Government Internship Program, kung saan 6 na buwan pong nagtatrabaho ang mga bata. And yung TUPAD, 10 araw lamang silang maghahanap buhay. Sila po yung mga biktima ng pagkalugi, pagkawala ng trabaho. So, meron po kaming 10 araw para ma-augment po yung needs nila para dun sa kanilang pagpapamilya. And the last one is the livelihood programs. Ito po ay through Public Employment Service Office. Sa kanila po nag-a-apply, sila nag-a-assess dun sa locality nila. Meron din kaming tinatawag na direct implementation through accreditation o co-partner. So, ito po yung mga ilan sa mga program na wala pong preferential gender ang pag-a-apply or pag-avail ng program po na. Okay. The next one is meron kaming family welfare program, bannered for reproductive health and family planning, spirituality and values formation, medical, health, nutrition, environment, housing, and education. Ito po yung sa kumpanya kung saan sila yung magbibigay ng programa para dun sa kanilang mga manggagawa. Ito ay sa pangangasiwa rin namin, pero meron pong bilang kung ilan na magkaroon ng family welfare program. So, kung kakayanin po ni kumpanya, maibigay lahat ay mas mainam po, mas makakabuti para po sa kanilang mga manggagawa. Meron din kaming kasambeshi, an advocacy activity to drumbeat the Kasambahay Law or RA 10361. So, yung Kasambahay Law, ito po yung mga kasama natin sa bahay na sinasahuran, gaya ng yaya, all-around helper, driver, gardener. So, sila po ay kasama dun sa tinatawag na gender equality. Wala po tayong pinipili. Halos lahat naman po lang ating binibigyan ng hanap buhay o mga naghahanap buhay ay pinapasahod po natin ng pantay-pantay. Unang-una, dun sa mga nag-eempleyo, based dun sa minimum wage. Tapos dun po sa kasambahay, mayroon tayong fixed rate para dyan na hindi dapat bababa. Okay? Sa mga OFWs naman po, mayroong Balik Pinay, Balik Hanap Buhay program. Meron din sa Pinas, Ikaw ang Mamsor. Ang nag-implement po nito ay ang Overseas Workers Welfare. Sa kanila po natin ito inia-apply. Okay. The last one is partially for women of Magna Carta or RA 9710. Eliminates discrimination against women, recognizing, protecting, fulfilling, and promoting the rights of Filipino women. Ayan. Meron po tayong tinatawag na special leave o Magna Carta. Okay, another one is the parental leave of days for solo parents under Republic Act 8972. It is granted to any solo parent or individual who is left alone with the responsibility of parenthood. Halimbawa, siya ay nanganak as a result of rape or accused by the law, other crimes against chastity. Namatayan ng asawa, physical or mental incapacity of spouse, legal separation, abandonment, unmarried father or mother. Kaya kahit na hindi po babae, kahit na lalaki na nag-qualify dito sa as solo parent, ay pwede pong maka-avail ng 7 araw. Or, sa madali salita, any family member po who assumes the responsibility of head of family as a result of the death, abandonment, disappearance, or prolonged absence of the parents or solo parent, provided that such abandonment or disappearance or prolonged absence lasts for at least 1 year. So, ito po yun. Meron din kaming protection against work discrimination, leave privilege of 10 days for victims of violence against women and children, or what we call Anti-Vowsy Act. May 10 araw po yan. Especially privilege of 60 days for women under RA 9710 due to gynecological disorders. Or ito po yung may kinalaman sa operasyon nakunan. Operasyon sa kanilang reproductive organs. Meron silang 2 buwan or 60 days na pwede po nilang ma-enjoy. A call to employers to provide a policy on meritocracy where job applicants and employees are hired and promoted on the basis of qualifications, abilities, and merits relating to the performance of their jobs and not on the basis of gender, sex, creed, beliefs, and nationality. So, the bottom line is, gender equality po talaga ay dapat present sa isang organization. Gender equality and development. So, equally important po ang male and female. Dun papasok yung development pa. So, napaka-smooth sailing ng relationship kapag ka ganun, smooth sailing po ang actions and very, very productive. Okay. Okay. Gender equality is a human fight, not a female fight. Okay, gaya nga po lang sabi ko,
Alright, so I guess tapos na po yung talk ni Ma'am Rosario. Basahin lang po natin yung last quote niya. Gender equality is not a female fight. So hindi lang po ito usapin para sa mga kababaihan, para po ito sa lahat, no? Lahat po ng sexes natin at lahat po ng genders natin. Alright, so that ends all of our topics for this afternoon. So gusto ko pong i-open yung floor kung meron po kayong mga tanong bago po tayo officially na mag-close. So recap po natin. Noong una po natin diniscuss ay yung resume link mula sa jobs180.com. So again, inaayayahan po namin kayo na mag-create ng account at makapag-apply dun po sa mga positions na nakapost po doon sa ating website. Pangalawa po ay nagkaroon po tayo ng discussion about interview tips. So gusto po namin na i-prepare niyo po yung sarili ninyo for interview scenarios kung saan ay virtual po at hindi po live yung ating interviews. Pangatlo, nagkaroon po tayo ng conversation and discussion about labor education. So nabanggit po yung mga privileges, yung mga rights po at mga benefits ng mga papasok po as employees, papasok po sa industry. At panghuli po yung ating gender equality po sa workplace. Alright? Sige po. May we invite Dr. Irene Bustos of the Dean of Student Affairs sa CLSU po to give her closing remarks. Hi, ma'am.
Hi, good afternoon.
Ma'am, kayo na lang po yung mag-close at kung may mga announcements na po kayo for the students, iwan ko na po sa inyo.
Okay. Sige, thank you very much, Ms. Shari. Good afternoon to everybody. First of all, I'd like to thank the Jobs 180 team na namumunuan ni Sir Kim Chu Wa. Huwag daw kalimutan yung Wa. Sa mga sa mga speakers natin, si Ma'am Jazz, at syempre ang ating officer from DOLE, si Ma'am Cookie. Maraming salamat sa hapong ito na pinagbigyan nyo kami para makapagbigay linaw sa mga different topics na inyong binigay. Thank you very much in behalf of the CLSU administration. Thank you. Sa ating mga graduating students, please, o ano yung mga hinihingi sa atin para mas matulungan pa tayo ng Jobs 180 ay gawin natin. And in the upcoming months, ginagawa namin ang paraan na magkaroon kayo ng e-job fair, hindi lang para sa mga graduating students ngayon, kundi para sa lahat ng mga graduates ng CLSU na gusto pang mag-explore sa different companies, institutions, at gustong mag-iba ng kanilang career path. Matutulungan tayo ng Jobs 180 dito. So just stay tuned. Thank you very much. And kay Miss Berna Binayog, maraming salamat for working hard on this. And God bless you all sa ating mga gagraduates na mga estudyante ngayon. We hope and we pray na lahat kayo ay makagraduate ngayong ngayon kasi na-move ang ating graduation from February 19, na-move siya ng March 5. Okay, thank you and God bless you all.
Thank you po, Dr. Bustos. Maraming salamat po. Stay safe po and have a great day po.
Okay, bye.
Bye, ma'am. Alright, so thank you guys for tuning in. Marami pong salamat sa mga nag-stay po for our webinar. Please watch out for the next set of webinars that we are hosting for RTU, University of Makati, Central Escolar University, Arellano Manila, LCC Pasig, Chiang Kai-shek College Manila. Please check our Facebook page para sa mga topics na i-discuss namin sa mga sessions na yon. At kung gusto nyo pong mag-participate, gusto nyo pong manood, pwede rin po kayong sumama. Alright po, so see you po again and have a great afternoon. Stay safe.